Greetings, this is Gilles. I come to you today briefly to wish you a wonderful day, and I wanted to briefly discuss some aspect of our past that is more related to the Earth plane, the societal aspect of things. For there are many aspects of the society that needs to be rethink. We are moving into something really new. There is, of course, a lot of great uncertainties in relationship to the American election, the new president and his team. We'll be watching that with great care and attention. I do believe, I'm an optimist, I do believe that he will bring more positive change than what we can even think right now. Because all the people that he put in place, they may not have a higher vision or the global vision or anything. They may be self-serving, but they will be used. I believe Spirit will use them to really create change that will benefit America and further help the agenda of peace in the world. So in many ways we'll be watching that. I wanted to speak a little bit about the problems of democracy. For democracy is by far the best way to manage the affair of a society, but yet it has problems. For this, it is not perfect. The Greeks invented democracy about 3,000 years ago, and if we return to the Greek philosophers, we will find that within their philosophy there is the solution to all of our problems. They've already seen, they've already dissected all the aspects of democracy, and they've already resolved and explained and most of the problems, and so we might return to some of this wisdom. In essence, I wanted to speak about Socrates. Socrates was a philosopher in ancient Greece, and as philosophers, they had the responsibility to serve as the moral compass of society. And so, you may or may not know, but Socrates was murdered by the institution by the institution, and so officially the reason why he was put to death is because he was not he would not accept the new deities that they were including within in the new gods that they wanted to include. But in essence, what he proved, what he explained, what was so important to him for people to understand, is that the majority is not always right. People are very easy to manipulate, and as intellectuals, he feels that the intellectuals should have a lot more power in deciding who will lead, because they have made more research, they are more studied, they are not manipulable, just as the common people of Greece were at the time, or still people of the world may be today through the propaganda of television. So it is what happened to him is that he was arrested for disturbing the public order, and then he was judged, and he proved this point in a sense that life proved this point, because they picked out 100, the story goes, they picked out 100 people from the streets, and they judged him, and 52 condemned him to death, and 48 acquitted him. And so he was put to death. But that proves that it's not really, what he was saying wasn't a capital offense. It wasn't really just prove this point that that any change that can happen within society has to go through the education of the people. Even in the book of Islam, God explains that He cannot do much or anything for human beings, for people, if they have to change before God can do anything for us. We have to create this change because we have been given the power to change. So all change will come through the collective evolution. But as we awaken, we're gonna be aware. A lot of truths are gonna come out in terms of how dysfunctional our society may be. For I believe that those right and left political standards were created to maintain conflict around the minus details, while in the same time maintaining the status quo. So the idea is to recreate a new party that would be a global party, but each country, each people, that would be this party would be let's say initiated or led or supported by people of goodwill, and this party would be called We the People. and with his political branch would be called the silent majority. And so, because democracy was supposed to be for the people, by the people. It's a government that will serve each citizen, but which is not the case right now. Right now, government are serving the aggrandizement of their power. They're serving the multinationals. They're constantly harassing their people with taxation, imposition, inflation. Those things will need to be discussed because it is a form of enslavement. And so we need to liberate those worlds, but each collective citizens need to assume the responsibility of transforming things from within with grace and ease, because not everybody will react positively to this change, for people are afraid of change, but there is a need for change. And so if we can get enough enthusiasm, enough motivation to really accept the change, like I said, accept to change ourselves first, then we can lead by example and start showing a way that is all-inclusive, that is not that doesn't reject anyone or anything, where everyone is recognized as a full member of society. But there is a lot of aspect that needs to be explained, and so I'm going to try to organize all my thoughts on that, and then put it into a book probably, and then I'm going to see if I can go discuss more directly with the political actors and work in the realm of diplomacy and so on, so that we may move to inspire a change in a natural way that give a new vision of things, so that the differences can be solved around the common good that leads to something that is really wanted. So those are complex problems and solutions, so to speak. So I wanted to just pass by and to announce that I'm going to be addressing more of those issues, even if that some people do not like it. I'm not trying to impose my idea. I'm just presenting them for you to consider and see where it leads, what we can do with those thoughts and ideas. So in any event, I wanted to thank you for everything that you do, for being on here on this planet. For we need each other. We need all of us. There is no one was created outside of the plan. The plan includes us. We are the plan. We are the key part that will make our life better, because we do not want to change the world. We want to change ourselves, but from within those change, from within that point that the change we make create understanding that makes us wanting to serve in a way that is fully benevolent and will assist humanity in coming out of the nightmare that he has created while he was sleeping in the samsara, so to speak. So I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day. I'll come back very soon. I'm going to talk about this wonderful full moon in Cancer. Have a good day. Namaste.